Good evening, everyone. Before we start, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Dewan Jameson, and I'm not your typical Whetstone student. I transferred here my junior year from Worthington Kilbourne, so it was a huge change for me. First thing I noticed was how different the school day was. The teachers here feel less like authority figures and, more as adults who guide us through our days, helping in every step of the way. Whetstone is a very tight knit community, so I've never felt lost walking around the school or going to a class. But it always felt like, something was just missing. Like something was off. Yes, I understand the school itself is a community, but when you look, there's not many communities inside of Whetstone. Whetstone has less than 40 clubs, and even finding this out was incredibly difficult for me because no one advocates for their clubs in Whetstone. You never see any posters, and the only time I've seen clubs was at an event to join clubs. Our sports selection is almost half of what is available in Worthington, and we're merely just down the street from them. We offer no classes that teach true world skills such as cooking, uh, any type of ability to fix things in your house outside of quantitative reasoning, teaching us how to, live a day to day life, making a chart and managing our money. And I think that truly needs to change. Whetstone is beautiful from the outside, looking in at all the students and how they interact. But once you're inside, once you're finally a part of the school full time, you see all the cracks and rust that simply just covered over with paint instead of being fixed. Whetstone has a severe vaping issue, an issue with violence against students, and so much vulgar violence in the language used daily by students. What Whetstone decided to do, from what I've seen, to combat this was crack down on students, becoming even more strict, more cutthroat, and letting a lot less stuff slide. And this has worked. The vaping since my first year here has went down, and I've seen less fights since I've been here, which is great. But when you look at how this went in the past, looking at places like Rome, looking at even the Chinese Empire under Mao Zedong when they were cracking down on everything, you can see removing the freedom of people only makes them rebel further. As stuff builds up, people will make their move. So here's my proposal to you. Instead of locking restrooms every day and only having one open, keep them all open all day. Traffic the students less, allow more freedom in the students' day to day lives. Bring in more programs, more classes so students have less time to do other things that are negative to our communities. And bring more communities into Whetstone so people have a place to go. Now, I understand the downsides that this will have and all the problems that it will cause in the first moments of doing this. But after time, it will all settle down. And I understand that Worthington also faces these same issues with a lower population. However, I believe the reason they're not truly as prevalent as they are here in Whetstone is simply because every student at Worthington has a place for them to feel safe. Everyone has a safe place. Every student has something available to them, whether it be a class or after school curricular, where they can be interested in and take them away from vaping and violence and other things. When forced to walk a certain path, as strict as we are, it's been shown many times in the past that people will always go against the grain. So, by lifting these suffocating restrictions on students, it will alleviate pressure and really make a difference in the Whetstone community. And I truly believe that. All it takes is just us being brave.